It is day 3 of Luci, the 1967 VW Beetle metalwork, and as you can see, Mr. Crumplestiltskin here has had a bit of a tap on the nose at some stage, so that front clip is easier to just be completely replaced. So this is the fun part where Rodney gets to just cut that shit out. The great thing about doing Volkswagen Beetles is that most of the sheet metal, probably 90% of the car, is available to purchase, maybe not 90, close to 80. Occasionally you will need to take a piece from a donor car, but a lot of it is able to be bought brand new, so you can replace it with good new metal. We always try to buy the best quality replacement sheet metal that we can get. Sometimes you don't have a lot of options, but if we can get the highest quality, then that's what we're going to go for. If you don't need the whole front clip of your Beetle that you're working on, you can buy a lot of these sections in smaller pieces, but for this particular application it makes more sense just to replace the whole front clip. So now, unless we want to extend the front end, which is probably a kind of cool concept but not what we're going for, this needs to come up to here. We cut this piece here out?
Yes, we cut this original piece out and it will go all the way up here to the firewall and join. What we'll do is we'll drill out these spot welds and peel this back a little bit on both sides. Because what we want is the structural integrity.
Because if you just cut these arms off and just welded it at the side, all that pressure would be on those welds.
It'll just be on that weld, correct.
Yeah.
So what we'll do is this piece actually kind of makes an L shape into the front, and it all welds in here. So this is the part that would go up against the firewall. And this part is actually what this is here. So what we want to do is spread that out. So really you're going to have a weld seam here, and then I'll punch holes here, and then I'll re-weld all this back into just like the factory.
So when you're doing a front apron or a rear apron, you really would need to be fitting the fenders at the same time so that you can make sure that everything lines up properly.
Correct. You want all the bolt holes to line up. You don't want the bottoms of the front fenders down here to hang below the apron, and you don't want the apron to be up that way or down below. What I'll do is I'll bolt the front fenders in place, slide the clip in place, make sure all the bolt holes line up, and then I'll get the hood, set it in place as well, just to make sure everything is lined up and fitting the way that we want to.
Right. So you would just basically just tack it all in place first and make sure it's all aligned and then weld it together?
Correct.
Right.
Yep, that's the way to do it. Well, I'll test fit it probably 20 times or so to get that test fit exactly the way I want. I've already taken some preliminary measurements from the gas tank area, so I know exactly what that size has to be and where the front beam would bolt into this structure here. So I'll double check all that as well. There's a few minor differences between the aftermarket panels and the originals. Here you can see this is the original arch of the wheel, and this is the aftermarket one, which don't always line up exactly right. So what I'll do whenever I go to final fit this, I'll probably cut a long cut on the horizontal, and then I'll bend this up to fit where the original one was and weld that in together and blend that in. Kind of like a pie cut, so I can just bend that in and get a nice arc in there where you can tell that it hasn't been patched in there. This will hammer and dolly in work, and we'll weld all that up, and you'll never notice that. But this goes all the way back up and touches the firewall back in here like it's supposed to. I'll drill some more holes like this, and we'll do what's called plug welds in there, which mimic a spot weld, and then I'll take and grind those down. You'll never even see a weld in there.
So there you have it, starting to look like a bit of a thing now. We've got some more parts that have come in today, which are pretty exciting, and I'm going to share those with you real soon. Cheers fucking heaps for watching, guys. See you, love you, bye.